What is up, guys? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. We got 3 new fixed blades in from Kizer. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, we have the Kizer Begleiter fixed blades in. The first one here is going to be in AEBL with a stone washed finish and contoured G10 scales. Really nice job on these. I love the size. They are going to be great for everyday carry. The next one we're going to be looking at is going to be in 3V, also with a coated blade and micarta handles. I really like their micarta. Kizer does some of the nicest finished micarta that you'll see out there. Scales are still contoured. This one, unlike the Tonto shape, is going to be a sheep's foot blade shape. These both have a hollow grind. And last but not least is going to be the 3V with the burlap micarta scales. Another one that Kizer does a really good job on. These, while they may not be the best looking, I do like the regular micarta here. The burlap has some of the nicest feel in hand. It's got like a little bit of a texture to it. I don't know if it's the way the fibers are done on the burlap, but it feels really good in the hand. And you do also have the hollow ground drop point, and this one has been stone washed. Really good looking blade shape on here. You're able to get a nice 4-finger grip on here. Does have a space for a lanyard. You can also use the handle as a pommel. As you can see, they have some jimping on the back here, on the back of the handle where it contours out, and then some jimping where it kind of contours up to the palm. Jimping all the way down the spine to the middle, which is going to be great for detailed work. And then it does have, if you need even more precision cutting done, a nice little jimping spot out here on the tip. And I'm telling you guys, this thing is super thin, really thin behind the edge. It is an absolute slicer. Now, my favorite, I'd probably take the green micarta and put it on the stone washed blade, but I really think this is my favorite as is and how they come from it. Now, it is not a stone washed finish. It has like a textured finish to it. It's like a textured coating on it. So I'm not sure how well that'll hold up. And I just did minimal cutting with this one just to kind of test the edges and everything. Now, I really love my mini harpoon in 3V. I think that is a fantastic size knife for this particular application. Interestingly, this one doesn't have the jimping going all the way up. It only goes up 1/4 of the way, and then you have more jimping out here for those detailed cuts. And I think this is really set up well. Now, if you have smaller hands, this is going to be a little bit of a further reach. You'll probably land right behind it. So I do feel like it's meant more for those detailed cuts with the pinch grip. I like that about this one. And then the reverse Tonto is set up very much like the drop point in the fact that it goes half the length of the blade with that jimping, and then it has that tip jimping out on the tip for those detailed cuts. And then unlike the other two, they did leave a little bit more beef out here on the tip to give it some strength. So if you needed to kind of use this as a chisel-esque type thing, you know, if you need to remove a label or a sticker, or you're trying to scrape a little bit, this could do that easily with no issues. AEBL, for the money, is a solid steel for a fixed blade that you're going to EDC. I like the texturing that they put here on the G10. It gives it a little bit of something, since it's not just, you know, plain smooth contoured G10 on there to kind of help this one step up a little bit, whereas the other two with the contoured micarta I think look a little bit better aesthetically. Let's do some quick size comparisons. All right, guys, we have the Astronav's little buddy. This is one of my favorite in-pocket EDC fixed blade carries, and as you can see, the Begleiter's a little bit bigger, but I still think it is a size that will fit in the pocket. If you have jeans that you want to stick it in the pocket on, I think it'll be a really good hip and scout carry style knife, which is what I kind of use my mini grouper for. My mini grouper, I do stick in the pocket, but I will alternate out and use some straps to carry this kind of scout carry in the back, because it is small enough to where the handle doesn't protrude out. So I really like that about this one. Let me get these out of the way and we'll take a look at the sheaths on these and then wrap up with final thoughts and impressions. All right, so the sheaths are all the same here. They're that sandwich style construction, and then they have the belt buckle style clip here. You can remove this if you have a thicker belt, and it'll utilize the full length. Actually, I think I'm saying that backwards. Or can you remove both? I think I usually remove the bottom. That usually covers the wider length. I haven't used this style in a while, but you can use this so that it's straight up and down, or you would be carrying it vertically. And you can rotate this around so that you can do a scout carry and carry it horizontally. It does have good retention on that sheath as well. Nice retention, good push-off spot. So I do like that about this particular one. Let me bring the other two out here. We'll go ahead and wrap up with final thoughts and impressions. Okay, guys, so my final thoughts and impressions for the Kizer Begleiter fixed blade. I really like this. I think it's a very interesting form factor. I like the long, slender length. I think it'll be low profile if you decide to carry it in pocket as opposed to on belt. There are clips that you can get easily off Amazon to kind of use those. You can use those on these sheaths so that you can pocket carry, which I do very much enjoy. The contoured scales are a nice touch on here. I like the lanyard on the back with the pommel. That will be very useful. It is a very comfortable grip. The coating on here, with it being hollow grind, making all three of these very slicey options. I think my favorite is probably the sheep's foot with the rough coated blade. It's like a rough texture on it. Don't think it's a PVD. I think it's just like a very durable coating. Could be wrong on that. I didn't see anywhere where it said PVD on these. Yeah, and just confirming, looking on the label itself, it just says black coating. So I don't think it's PVD or anything. So it will show some marks, which is kind of what you see on my my mini harpoon here. You can see where I've done a lot of detailed cutting and opening of packages. You can see a little bit where I've broken down some boxes. It holds up pretty well. You can see just a little bit of wear on there. I honestly think, you know, for it not being PVD, that's a pretty good coating and how it's held up. But I still think my favorite version of these three, I like all three, but my favorite is that sheep's foot. And that's just because I do more utility style cutting, and I use this to kind of get into packages and break down boxes. But if you were thinking of something along the lines of self-defense, I think especially with the reinforced tipped on the Tonto, these two would probably be a little bit better suited for that. And this one here, if you're breaking down boxes, doing some detailed cutting, open packages, stuff like that. I like the micarta a little bit better on this one as well. And I'm a big fan of 3V. They seem to do a good job. I've had quite a few of the blades from Kizer with 3V on it, and they've done a really good job with that one. So final thoughts and impressions, I grade these on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Now these are more affordable options because they have micarta or G10, but 3V and AEBL are very good steels. And really 3V is a steel that I love very much, especially when it has some sort of treatment or coating to it that helps reduce the corrosion on it. I really, really like that a lot. So for the affordable factor, but with the 3V steels, I think I'm going to let it use the full range. And for me, I'm actually going to go 7.4 on all three of these. I know I say I prefer this one a little bit, but they're all done really well. They got an excellent hollow grind, very good slicers. I think it's going to cover your needs depending on what you want to do. I think this one's going to be more utility. I think this one here is going to be self-defense or utility. You can use it for both. And I think this one can do some utility, but would be better suited for more like of your self-defense. It's going to be able to pierce and penetrate really, really well. And I will say that burlap does feel nice. The G10's feeling good too. Don't get me wrong. I like that they threw the little milling on here. That does kind of give you a little bit of extra something to grip onto. And then the G10 has got a little bit of grip to it, but it is more of a smoother contour, which I think helps it feel good in the hand. But what do you think about the new Begleiter fixed blades? Let me know down in the comments below. If you're interested in these, I have a link that'll take you right over to them. You can pick it up, and those links do help the channel. That is totally up to you if you want to use them. If you enjoyed today's content, a like would be appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, definitely consider subscribing. A lot of my viewers have not subscribed still, and that is wild to me because you guys enjoy and watch the videos. So I would definitely love it if you could subscribe and help out the channel. That's it for me today, guys. I'm out of here. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.